Welcome to the June 11 Board of Trustees meeting. And we are monitoring the weather. So thank you, Chief, for keeping an eye on the weather. And if something happens, please inform us. But just if something does happen, we'll take your direction on what to do. So thank you, Chief, for keeping us safe. Safety is job one. I'd like to open in prayer. Just as I looked at the calendar, we will be meeting after our country's birthday. So I'm going to offer an invocation that celebrates our country's. So I ask you to rise, and then we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. Gracious God, we come as a governing unit at the local level. And we are so thankful that we live in this democracy. We are thankful for the men and women of 1776 who decided to and worked hard and fought for our country's freedom. We're thankful for the leaders of all levels at the federal, state, and local level. We're thankful for the military personnel over all 250 years that have defended the freedoms that we enjoy so much. May we demonstrate daily that democracy works, and may we strive to be a more perfect union. May we lead in such a way that 250 more years is even possible. We're thankful for the 250 that we've had already. May we always be thankful for God's provision, for we are stewards of His creation. Bless our community, and may we deliberate well tonight to the glory of your name. In your name we pray, O Lord. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before we get into the agenda, may I just make a personal comment, Matt? Sure. Just thank you to the board for your coverage last week or last month, Jim, for leading the meeting. Appreciate your prayers and support, Spoolhoff family, certainly, as we celebrate my brother's life. It was a celebratory service, but it's sad. And if the public doesn't know, I lost my brother at 57 years old, and a fine brother and a fine man. So, but I appreciate your kind words and encouragement to the family and to me. So, thank you. Manager Butts has a amendment to the agenda. Is there any agenda items that the rest of the board would like to make? Go ahead. Do you have one item?
Sure. I would like to remove item 10B, that estimate recovery cost resolution. To Danielle's credit, she found some inconsistencies in that document late today. And we want to make sure what we bring you, what you consider approving is correct. So we'll be bringing that back at the July.
Great. Super. Thank you for that observation, and look forward to that next month. Let's see. So any other additions or deletions, edits to the agenda? Otherwise I'll take a motion to approve.
Motion to accept. Okay. Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, the motion is approved. Approval of the consent agenda. And as you had in your package, just a clarification of the budgeted spending for the Marine Division. And also the Planning Commission and Zoning Board appointments. And is there any comments or questions on those items?
I have just one correction.
Sure.
Just a small minute. Article 9.
Okay.
Where it says motion made, motion supported, and then it just says motion. There should be carried after that.
Okay. All right. Thank you. One comment is appreciation. We had 2 Planning Commission members who have Dennis Eade, who has I don't want to say term limited, but has served us so ably for I think 15 years, in a long time. So we want to celebrate Dennis Eade's service to our community as a Planning Commission, And Len Kalan also was part of the planning commission and is moving to be near family to California. So he is stepping down, but also very capable and enthusiastic member of the planning commission. And Crystal, I have not personally met her, but Lauren, you worked with her. Any comments? She's stepping down. I think she moved.
She moved into the city, so she had to step down, but that's another huge loss. She was wonderful.
Yeah. So I just want to say, local government works on the backs of volunteers. And here's an example of 3 great volunteers. I just want to say publicly, thank you to Len and to Dennis and Crystal for their service to our community. But we do have, we had the joy of interviewing some candidates, and that's in our consent agenda. Is there any questions or comments about the 3 candidates and alternates that we submitted? All right, I'll take a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Can I ask a question?
Please.
In the consent agenda, we're approving the proposed expenditures for the Coast Guard station?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so are we approving the 104,898? That does not include that deck renovation of 34,000.
Then I see the chief nodding. That'd be correct, right? Yes.
So the 104 does not include the deck though. That's another 34,000.
Then, well, that is correct. We're still waiting for bids to come back there. That whole 104 will really be stretched over 2 years because the bids you see there are for the whole project.
Okay.
And we're doing parts of it. We're really not touching the second floor at all. So, like I said.
So you'll come back to us with that approval for that extra 34,000?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Thank you for the clarification. Thank you, chief. All right. Any other questions on the consent? Okay, I'll take a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Yep. Support. Great. Super. All right, your motion presented and approved, seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion passes. Great. This is the time for public comment. And I see a couple audience members who might. So, but you're on the agenda for the campfire. So I'll let you talk in a moment, if that's okay. Anybody else would like to talk? Please. Yes.
Something can start here. When you come in the door of the the township did not notify all the applicants that they had made a decision. And until we saw the agenda, nobody knew what was going on. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Noted. Thank you, Doug. Any other? Thank you. Great. Jim?
I'll start the clock back at 3. I haven't started yet.
That's fine.
I'm just looking back there. I'm Jim Barry. I live at 982 North Baywood Drive, and I'm also Ottawa County Commissioner that represents most of Park Township. And just got a couple of things I wanted to share with you. Not long ago, the board approved ballot language for 2 millage renewals that'll be on the August ballot, and third, which is an increase for Parks and Rec for the fall ballot. The renewals are for community mental health and also for Parks and Rec. It's been 10 years since the last renewal on both of those. So they'll be on the millage, and the county's put a little tool together that's available at the website. And I've got some extra I can get more copies of this, but it's got a property search. You can search by name or by parcel number, and you'll be able to see your tax records and then plug in the proposed millage rates and see what these renewals, how that will affect your tax bill. the Parks and Rec is asking for an increase in the fall. Our thinking was, you've got 2 renewals. It's a little easier for voters to understand we're going to renew, but we already have. And then later in the fall, the Parks and Rec can talk about what they would do if they had more resources to work with it. And I also want to just state that with all voter-approved millages, Ottawa County has the 4th lowest operating millage in the state. We kind of like that. Then real quick, I just want to mention, in March, we began a strategic planning process for the board. We went offsite to the Howard Miller Library in Zealand. We included department heads and all the countywide elected officials and really worked through what is in the Board of Commissioners lane, what are the issues in Ottawa County right now that need some attention and that our board could have some impact on. And we narrowed that focus to 3 issues: trying to manage growth, water, just water in general, groundwater, and just access to water, and then also the reputation of Ottawa County as a county and also as a county government. So we established 3 goals, and that led to 21 identified objectives, and that resulted in 95 staff identified tasks that, and this is the 3-year strategic plan we've got. So we've got a roadmap here with some accountabilities, with some dates of when we want to see some progress on those things. And you'll be hearing more about this. This is still in a preliminary draft status, but we hope that we can have a lot of collaboration with local units of government. A lot of these issues that really affect the county. Over on that, and my time is up. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim, and thank you for doing the strategic planning.
I'm real excited about that.
That's great. That's good. Any other public comment, Dr. Rowe? No? All right, super. Sorry. Please. Oh, yeah, you snuck in while we were going there. I didn't see you there. Please come to the front. Thank you.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I sign in here.
You can sign it after you. That's fine.
So it's very brief. We mentioned on one forum about the issue of noise from noisy vehicles and or motorcycles, and I was told Sheriff's Department's increased patrol. But background to this is that a couple of years ago, I was involved in a online group, neighborhood group, I think it was by email, and I started calling the sheriff's office and I encouraged a bunch of people to do the same thing. And I think that is how the increase happened with the sheriff's patrol. But also when that happened, I was visited by a deputy who told me that one of the problems they have is that if they write tickets, they can't get them prosecuted in court because they can't prove violation of the sound level. He told me they could bring the evidence in. Hope Township provide these decibel meters in the area, because I think if you gave 5 of these violent $200 tickets, I think word would spread, folks, and
You did.
I'll sign in here. I'll be done.
I saw my colleague Matt writing down your ideas, so I think that's on his list. So thank you for your suggestion.
You're welcome. Thank you for letting me speak.
So any other public comment? All right, seeing none, I'll close the public comment. As we get into our meeting, we do every time just reaffirm our Park Township vision, mission, and values. And it's especially important tonight on an issue that we have ahead of us. a decision. Park Township is a family-friendly, connected community that values our natural features, agricultural character, and recreational opportunities. Our mission is to proactively listen and lead, providing accessible services and amenities while carefully stewarding our resources. And we're going to do it with integrity, respect, and being genuine. So with those in mind, let's get into the agenda. Department reports, we had a number of things in our packet. Any questions or comments for our colleagues or our manager on what was in the reports? Just a couple comments for the public to know. I just want to reemphasize, the chief indicated that there's still openings on the June 20 and July 25 voter safety classes. So if you're interested, go online and please sign up. They are a bargain, arguably free. So I think that's a gift to our community to be able to train our voters in voter safety. Just a quick update, the sirens are almost here, but hopefully by next month, we should hear sirens on a regular basis, not because of emergencies, I hope, but based on the regular testing that will be done. And also just a little sidebar, there was a note from our sheriff, if you noticed, that the contract was approved for only a 5% increase for this year for our sheriff coverage. I think we can be proud of our sheriff controlling his costs, such as only 5%. So I just want to publicly, sometimes it gets buried into the details and our public's not aware of some of these details, but I just wanted to highlight that. And Connie's not here. She's probably buried into preparing for our audit. So yeah, we get a wonderful packet from her every month and the finance team. There's a lot of fingers in the pot as far as the money flow. And I just want to say thank you to our staff for the wonderful job they do and the materials that we get. And I would expect the audit to come out clean again with the way our team handles our finances. We'll jump into the public hearing. Let's see. Do I have to handle this in any different way than a normal public hearing, Dan? This is just.
You can handle the public hearing.
Okay, all right. We're going to open it up. We have a public hearing on the Camp Ice Farm program. And I'll open it up to our colleagues. If you want to talk during the public hearing, let's do that. Yeah.
Name's Eric Camp Ice.
Hey, Eric.
We are blueberry farmers on the north side of the township. We farm quite a few farms up there, and we've been in business. The family's been farming barns for 85 years in Park Township. Business is growing, transition from parents to me,
okay,
and all that stuff going on. So this is our, I guess, transition estate or planning to transition the farm to the next generation and keep it going for another 85 years. So, yeah. Any questions?
I think we have a quiet enough crowd that I think we're kind of deviate just from our normal pattern of public comment and that. Should we ask a couple questions right now, or should we close public comment and then ask questions?
So in the public hearing, you'll be allowing the public to come.
Okay, yeah, we have our applicant.
Recommendation will be to open it up to the public
Okay.
to ask questions.
Sure.
There may be additional ones that are raised.
There you
to
go.
the public. There probably be a lot of public comment.
Okay, sounds good. Eric, we'll have questions for you in a moment. Yeah, right? Okay. Anybody else who'd like to talk on this particular application? All right, okay. All right, we'll close public hearing. All right. Okay, so this is a little unusual for our board because we don't have industrial applications. So I know that there's in conversations with my manager and that he schooled me and got me up to speed a little bit. So I think there might be a question or two. I'll open it up for our board to ask our applicant or his colleague Colin from Lakeshore Advantage any questions to clarify the application. Oh, okay. Okay. I will close the public hearing. There we go. Thank you, Jen. We closed. Okay, but questions or comments about the application? Matt, you want to
Should I
start something?
talk about process a little bit?
Please.
Okay, so this is the first industrial facilities tax exemption that we have received. It's a two-step process. The first is you create the industrial district for which the IFT is eligible. We did that back in January. This step is to decide on the abatement by Public Act 198. You can decide to do a 50% abatement on personal and real property taxes for at a 50% rate for up to 12 years. It could be less. You could decide on doing something less, but then you could also, when it comes, say you want to do 6 year, when you got to 6 years, if we have the conversation, you could extend it that additional 6 years.
Okay.
So when it comes to the term, this board has total flexibility. So this is unique and it is our first. It's an ag use, not industrial use. My experience with these abatements are industrial in nature. But the process that they're doing, freezing the blueberries, packaging the blueberries, qualified for this abatement under the act. So beyond that, I'd be happy to answer any
And this
questions.
is only township tax, not the schools.
It would be for all taxes.
Do they need to approve that too?
We, by the standard of the act is we have to notify them, which we did by certified mail. We received no comment back from any of the taxing jurisdictions.
I'll open up for questions for the applicant. Anybody have any questions for the applicant?
I have a few random questions and it really is just for my own personal knowledge, I guess. So I looked at the blueprints or the plat map and diagram of the new building. Are there any concerns of added industrial noise to the neighbors?
Not any more than what we already have.
Okay,
Urban farming.
and again, not that it matters, it says up to 15 new employees, so are they seasonal then for summer, or are they any
They'll
permanent
be
full-time?
seasonal for starting out. They'll probably morph into 1 or 2 full-time.
Okay, thank you.
Just curious, is the freezing of these blueberries your blueberries? Are you doing that for some of the surrounding blueberry farmers?
The majority of them are our own berries, and then we've taken a few other farmers from the township.
And then how do you distribute your blueberries?
Most of them, or all the frozen ones, are sold wholesale
Okay,
to the bakeries and food companies.
okay. Okay.
How many, it might have been buried in the applicant. How many acres of farm do you have?
We farm 200 of blueberries.
Okay,
Mostly 75% of it's in the township.
okay, all right. Super.
What did you do prior to this? Where did you take your blueberries to be frozen?
My father did this on his land. Did the same process, but we shipped all our frozen out to a warehouse on the other side of town. And
Okay.
stored them there.
Okay.
We're getting educated here
Yeah.
tonight.
We're good in school.
Yeah.
You bet. No, I think it's a one way this board and the community can support our vision statement, which says, you know, we are a community that values our natural features, agricultural character. And there's not many ways that we can do that. We haven't had, in my 7-8 years on the board, we haven't had many applications that have involved agricultural investment, or, you know, usually it's the other way is, you know, we're taking chunks of property away from agricultural and turning it into residential. And so this one, that gets me pretty excited that we can make an investment in allowing a tax abatement for a period of time. And I'm open to the period, but I'm excited that we're able to assist the blueberries to be successful in our community, because it coming out of our master plan, that was a key thing that our community really valued. So this one gets me fired up. So I asked Manager Butts to make a suggestion on what he did verbally say. A couple things. We could go partial towards the 12 years and have a provision to say, hey, let's have the next board. I don't want to presume that we'll all be here in 6 years or 8 years or 4 years, but to say, okay, the next board has an opportunity to hear from Mr. Campice on how this particular tax abatement is going, to want to close the door in 12 years, but we've not done this before, so 12 years sounds like a long time to me. Manager Bus, do you have any suggestions on what you would?
Because this is new to the township, I would certainly recommend the 6-year abatement and leave the door open for the applicant to come back in 6 years and ask for that extension to a 412.
All right. I guess I want to throw that out to their applicant. Is that something that you'd be receptive to?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if the process is still the same. We have to go through the process again, or is it just a renewal?
We would probably submit the same application that we did the first time, so we would go through a submittal process, but
Okay.
we would just be asking for an extension.
Okay, all right, okay, super.
I have a little question, just a simple question. How many employees do you have now? How many of them are seasonal? How many full-time?
Oh, we have 3 full-time guys, and then the summertime we ramp up to about 60 between everything.
Okay. Yeah. Super.
I just want to say I had some doubts on this at first, but doing some research on it, talking to different knowledgeable people, I kind of took a turnaround. I took a ride out there. I questioned because it's agricultural use with industrial in an R1 zone. But you're out there. I mean, there's not a lot of subdivisions or anything out there. I was impressed with the look of the building, where you had it located. So I think my questions have been answered. Right to Farm Act, limits us for inspections and that kind of thing, but fire inspection still can happen. So that's important.
Super. Any other questions or comments? All right, I'll entertain a motion.
We approve the industrial facilities tax exemption for 6 years for campus blueberries.
Second that.
Great, thank you, Jim. Any further comments on this?
Do we need verbiage that says that we welcome them back in 6 years to ask for an extension to fulfill the goal?
I think we might, on the resolution that we had been given, we might want to add that as item number 4. And if I can suggest that addendum is allowing the applicant to come back in year 6 to extend the abatement.
And automatically assume that they have up to 12 years.
Well, we're actually saying 6. We're actually defining 6, but
At maximum, we can approve 12 years.
But
by law, they can.
Yeah. What's the right way to say it? So we capture this, the suggestion that we have them come back.
We are approving the 6.
Yes.
And we're encouraging them to come back in 6 years and have the conversation with us about extending this.
Should that be in a resolution or not?
It doesn't have to be, because
Okay.
that we're just leaving the door open.
Okay.
The act allows for them to come back.
Okay.
That's the question.
Jim, you're right. Okay, I thought there was actually something that had to be in there. So I appreciate it.
So thanks for the clarification.
Yes. Okay, super.
I have a question for the attorney from the tax side of it. Number 3 of the resolution, it says after the completion of the project isn't completed yet. And we do our tax rolls based on what's December 31st. So will it apply then for the 2027 taxes?
Yeah, it looks like it would begin in force upon completion of the project and last for a period of 6 years. So it says when issued shall be in force and remain in effect for a period of 20 years for the real property after the completion of the project. So yeah, it would be for 27. I don't know how quickly the project will be completed, but.
We're gonna be using it this summer.
Yeah, so it will be completed this year.
But we assess it based on December 31st of the previous year.
Yeah, so yeah, I would be putting it. Let me get back to you. Just to make sure.
Okay. It has nothing to do with a resolution, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Thanks for picking that up, yeah. Thanks, Dan, for checking into that. All right, so we have a motion on the floor. It's been supported. Any further questions on the motion? All right, because it's a resolution, I'm going to suggest we just take a roll call vote.
Okay. Trustee Clark,
Yes.
trustee Gerard,
Yes.
trustee Sernay,
Yes.
treasurer Steger.
Yes.
The W, yes. Supervisor Bluhoff.
Yes.
0, yes.
Motion passes. So great. Congratulations, Eric and Colin. Thanks for guiding the process through, and best wishes on a good summer. All right. Super. All right. Moving on. Hey, fun. This is a fun one. We have been talking about parking lot and bathrooms for quite some time. So we're at a point of actually making a decision. So, Matthew, please, not that one. We hazmat D. We're on B as in boy.
Unity Park.
We took dog the D one on
D.
hazmat.
Hazmat.
Yep. So we're on a community park, restroom, and parking lot bid award.
So we received 6 bids for the project. They did come in on the high side. The budget for this project was, I believe it was 1 million, just over $1 million. The lowest bid was from Midwest Construction, $1,199,577.71. Factoring in engineering costs and contingency cost, the project total will come in at 1.4 million, $1,475,000. This is just over $400,000 beyond what we had budgeted for. So I'd recommend that we use fund balance for our capital improvement plan. We do have that money that can cover this cost. This is a significant project. We've been planning for this project. We have a $500,000 grant to help with this project. So I'd recommend that we award the bid to Midwest Construction.
Just the only comment I have, $120,000 in contingency. I would expect our manager to be very tight on that 120, and any reduction in that contingency would be appreciated.
I'm on it. I think that's a lot of contingency baked into this.
Yes.
So it should be less.
Okay.
But I'll be on top of that.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
When will the construction begin?
After we award the bid, we'll sit down with them and start talking about timeframes.
This fall.
Hopefully, yeah, this summer we can start digging and moving the ground.
So, you're optimistic that the bathroom would be actually under construction yet this year?
Certainly parking lot. I think we could begin construction on the bathroom. Again, it depends on their time frame, what other projects they have already lined up. And I'll report back with that time frame for the project. Super.
All right, any questions or comments on the building project?
Where did the cost, we had an original estimate, where was the cost increase at for this new estimate? Was it mainly the asphalt?
I believe it was the bathroom.
Yes, the bathrooms that we're building could be a very high quality building. I'll put it that way. 6 individual bathrooms. It's a brick building. There's solar has been added to the project in order to meet one of the requirements of the grant. Also, an additional parking lot, there's a lot of landscaping and things like that, and those types of things quickly jack up project cost.
That's
Let's get postponed, they don't want that to happen, so.
So, any other questions? Thanks, Jim. All right. I'll take a motion to approve the bid package, accept the bid package from Midwest.
Move we accept the bid package from Midwest to proceed with the construction of the bathroom facility and parking lot on the community park of Park Township.
And I will support that. Thank you, Jim. Any further questions? All right. Take a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, the motion passes. Great. That was pretty exciting. All right, shared use pathway repair bid award, C. I'll turn it over to you as well.
So this is our annual repair to the miles and miles of pathway that we have throughout the township. We received two bids, the lowest being from Bob's Asphalt for $328,567. Factoring in again contingencies and engineering cost. The project would come in at $410,000. That is $35,000 beyond what we had budgeted for, which was $375,000. The project this year will include the pathway along 144th Street, would be 0.6 miles between the Pine Creek Bridge to Butternut, then 0.65 miles on Butternut from 144th to 148th. This bid did include two alternatives, removing a timber wall along Auto Beach Road and reconstruction of the Riley pathway from 144th to Christmas Lane. Because we're already over budget on this project, I'm proposing that we not move forward with those two alternatives. We just go forward with the repaving of the asphalt for the 144th Street and the Butternut Drive.
In your opinion, there's no safety issues?
Correct.
Good. Right. Any questions for the manager?
Do those two alternatives get forward to next year, or they're just, we're not gonna consider them until we have?
We can look at it next year to see what the condition of the rest of the trails and what are our priorities next year.
Okay, perfect. Thank
It
you.
will be under consideration.
Good question. Thanks, Charlie. All right. Any further questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion that we approve bid for the pathway repair as presented.
I'll support.
Great. Any further questions? All right. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. Great. Just a reminder, we're not doing D, the hazmat recovery. So we're going to shift to something that was discussed last month, which was the Parks and Recreation millage renewal and the increase. And thank you for Danielle and team for making this ballot worthy. Any questions on this particular item? I wasn't here about the week, but it looked like it got done. So.
I guess my only question is, in general, how many villages do we have that go into the public, not only with us, but also the county? And how is it going to affect those villages and the possible passage or not passage of them?
Good question. Danielle, you're probably a bit more aware of the number of villages. As you look at this particular Parks and Recreation millage, is there we're up against not up against, I should say it that way. We're sharing the ballot with a county parks millage. That one, as Jim said, is, see, this would be the one that's in November. That would be up against the county millage that they're asking for an increase. So that, yeah, there's two parks millage. Ours is a renewal with a slight increase. And then this would be a parks millage that has, it's literally an increase on that November ballot. So that's what one that we're up against head to head. If you want to talk parks and recreation,
Yeah,
correct?
there's Ottawa County Mental Health. That one's on. And then Parks and Open Space Renewal and Restoration.
Okay.
For the county. And then just ours, the public safety millage. But for November, I think Jim talked about Parks and Rec, but I don't know what else the county would have on. The cutoff is in August.
Okay.
So we have quite a few meetings to go.
Yeah, as far as the county goes, the only thing that's up are rules on community mental health and parks. And we're looking for we're gonna put out for an increase for Parks and Rec.
So you have nothing else on your calendar? Okay.
So is this August or November?
That's gonna be
This is November.
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 Yeah. My apologies, I
Yep.
was talking August.
Is there any others for this year? Like, do we have any in August?
We have
That-
public safety.
Public safety.
Public safety.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So we get 40-inch increases for the year. That's a lot.
And I would recommend,
Plus the operational that's not voted.
Operational.
Or-
That we already did already in our
Right,
budget.
it's
Yeah.
not-
Yeah, that's
it's
not
not
voted.
voted.
Yes.
I would like to see us do like the county did with their program they're putting on their website. I mean, that you can punch your address in and see how it's going to affect you.
Sure.
I think that program sounds great.
Yeah.
If you could share how you do that would be great.
Certain it's the IT department that wrote a script.
No. Good question. Good observation that there's just a lot of increases, but just a reminder, our little portion of it is still, all our millages only amount to 11 cents out of the dollar. Even with these increases, I can't imagine it'd be, maybe we sneak it up to 12 cents out of the tax dollar that our property owners. It's not a significant part of our millages are not a significant part of the tax bill that people pay in Park Township. Just a reminder to our public citizens that we're only at the 11 cents, maybe 12 cents out of a dollar.
Has this been approved by the county, the wording? Good. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited about the slight increase. I think we have a great leader and great team with Nick and Jordan and Ann and with manager Butts on the team. I feel we're going to steward this $1 million millage very well. So I'm very confident and excited about this Parks and Recreation. It's a big part of what we do is Park and Recreation. So we need to support the continued operation. So I think it's fair and reasonable. And so I'll make a motion to approve this parks and renewal increase language for the ballot. Or thank you, Lauren. Any further questions?
This one last one, I can't imagine it not passing, but if it didn't pass, what would that mean?
We'd probably go back for another one in May.
In May.
In May. Yep. All right. I don't think it needs to be roll call.
Yeah, it does.
It does. Resolution. Okay, sure. All right, Joan.
Okay, trustee Clark,
Yes.
trustee Gerard,
Yes.
trustee Sonnet,
Yes.
treasurer Stetter,
Yes.
supervisor Spoolhoff.
Yes.
And for zero is yes.
Great.
Passes.
Great. Thank you. All right. Okay, so this one is a bit of a new one for me, but I think it's more of a process one that interlocal agreement for Ottawa counties to approve the designated successor for the period beginning January 1, 2027. So Manager Butts, can you just say approve it and we'll move on. I mean, move on.
we have this agreement in place. It's expiring at the end of the year. It's an interlocal agreement for 5 years. And what this does, if our assessor cannot or does not do their duties in accordance with the state tax commission, this agreement would be invoked, and the state, or excuse me, the county equalization director would come in and act as our assessor. I went through this process very early in my career, and it was not a fun process to go through. It was a very expensive process to go through. So, fortunately for us, Alt does a wonderful job. This team does a great job for us. But it's good to have this agreement. It's actually required that we have this agreement, so I'd recommend that you approve it. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have.
I'll make a motion to approve as presented.
Support.
That was quick. All right. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? All right, thank you. All right. I actually did sign this if you want to pass this on to Danielle.
I think we're the first in Iowa County to get this approved.
Hey,
so
we're on it.
We're a leader.
Good. Hey, so cash handling policy, G. Thank you to Sarah for putting this together. And
Yeah, I can talk about this a little bit.
Please.
Sarah did a great job taking the bull by the horns here. We really have been doing the cash handling. I've been trained, a lot of the girls have been trained in the classes. We've never had a formal policy. So we want to buckle down. We want to train more of the staff. We want to purchase a UV pen that, to check for counterfeit. We also like to get a cash counter, which also it's a lot easier putting it through a machine than all the hundreds we do at tax time and that. And that cash counter also will identify any fraudulent money. So Sarah took the bull by the horns after taking the class with Michigan Treasures and put this together. And she will be organizing training for those in the office that do the cash handling. So I would recommend approval of it.
Curiosity. How much cash do we handle nowadays?
A lot during tax time. Yeah. Some people have to come in and pay cash.
No kidding.
No kidding. Yeah. It's
It-
getting less and less, but
Okay.
I mean, some people still need to do it.
Okay. Good to know. I get, when you say cash handling machine, I'm thinking that's for a lot of cash. So you do.
Yeah.
No, okay. Lesson learned.
And
All right.
buckling down on this is actually probably going towards our Township of Excellence.
I agree.
Okay.
That's all.
I agree. Super. I did hear, I must have missed it. Was there a second on Jan's motion? Jan made a motion to.
She just explained it.
I thought she.
Make a motion to approve
Oh,
the
I thought I heard that.
cash handling policy as presented.
Thanks.
And I'll support.
Great, thank you. All right, any further questions, Jan?
Who buys the cash handling machine and how much?
The treasurer's office. It's not that expensive, I don't think. But
That's on the date that comes all those coins.
Not coins. This will be dollar bills or bills.
Expensive, so it's wondering, is it cheaper for a dollar bill counter? Weight counter?
We'll check into what's the cheapest. Yeah.
Thanks.
Nobody comes in and pays with pennies.
I've had that before.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But we'll take pennies.
I'll give ideas. Okay, the motion's on the floor to approve the cash policy.
And it's been supported.
All right, super. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, the motion passes. Thank you. And that moves us to our we don't have any discussion items that you're aware of, or should we go right into closed session?
No discussion items. If you're ready, we can go into closed session.
Okay. All right, so to enter closed session under section, let's see, Let's see, yeah, let's say this, to enter closed session under section 8(1)(e) of the Open Meetings Act to consult with township attorney regarding strategy in connection with the pending Gen 123 Properties LLC versus Park Township litigation. Yes, make a motion that we go in closed session with that terminology. Great, thank you. Well, yeah, that's right, roll call again. Yeah, roll call, thank you.
Trustee Clark,
Yes.
trustee Gerard,
Yes.
trustee Sernay,
Yes.
treasurer Stetser,
Yes.
supervisor Spulhoff.
Yes.
And clerk Zero, yes.
Okay, great. All right, we will go in
I know.
Please.
I'll make a motion, we go back to open session.
Support.
Great. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Great. Super, thank you. All right, we're down to the manager's report. You. Any comments beyond what you've communicated already? So please.
Just more than a few, I guess. Okay, so the Windstrom Trail project is out to bid. It went out on June 8th. It's due back on the 25th. So we're hoping to get some good bids that are within budget. So also Chief and I are still working with the DNR, put together a lease and identifying what those documents will be. Lakeshore Advantage will be here on July 9th to do their annual presentation to you. They like to do that in the summer. I will be out tomorrow in Chicago. If you need me, call me or text me. I'll have my phone in my pocket. Also, I was asked if I could give an update on our federal STR case. I did talk to Charlie Bogren, our attorney. We did file the motion to dismiss to the federal court. So that was his update to share with you. Okay. And then a reminder that next week's work session is canceled. Yep. Beyond that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
What was your last comment?
No work study. Yep. Yep. Manager Butts and I are trying to, unless there's some surge of business this summer, we are going to eliminate this third Thursday meeting. And so June, July, August, that we will not have those third Thursday meetings.
Okay.
Unless there's something that pops up that merits us to jump on it. But then in September, October, we'll get into strategic planning. We're going to get ahead of this interesting idea. Do some planning before we start budgeting.
Yes.
Kind of a neat idea. So we're gonna do some planning this fall in anticipation of the budget preparation. So thank you, Mom. So yeah, thank you. Let me start, Lauren, on
Ottawa County Fair Board, the 20th, they have a quite large company picnic out there. And then after that is the Celtic Festival, which is a very large festival. That's about it for the Fair Board and ZBA. We did not have a meeting due to lack of agenda items.
super.
The Max transportation meeting was canceled this past month, so you're up to date on everything.
All right, thanks.
Okay, with the West Michigan Regional Airport, just an update on the financials. We're in very good shape. We're coming to the end of our fiscal year, the end of June, and things are looking really good. We have been in conversation with some developers and in the process of leasing some of the land to build more headquarters. So our new manager is doing an outstanding job for us moving forward. We will have a millage renewal next May. So not this year, but it'll be a renewal, a 10-year renewal next.
Great. It might be appropriate to have one of our fall work sessions over at the airport.
That would be great.
Okay.
We'd love to.
Maybe our strategic planning gets us out of the space.
No,
that's a really
that's what it is. So maybe either and then this verbally, Matt and I will work on the agendas, but either September or October, let's plan on doing that. Good. All right.
So for planning commission, it was a relatively short agenda this month. We did listen to a potential development. It was a pre-planning. They just wanted to show us what they've got in order so far and get feedback, what we would be looking for. And so it's a development that will be going in across the street from West Ottawa High School. We also had discussion and approved a 6-month postponement on a site plan application on the south side that the candidate or the applicant had come to us several times, and every time they came to us had a different plan, and we asked them to get their ducks in a row and come back. So we did put a 6-month postponement on that, and We did that under the advice of our legal. We spent some time going over several sections of the tree ordinance and made some more minor revisions to the C2 parking ordinance. And the parking ordinance should be ready probably to come to our board here for the next meeting.
Sure.
Yeah, that's it.
I got nothing. Sure. Thank you. I'd like to put on the agenda for next month. I was hoping to give a report last month on the CEP, the exciting things that happens with the community enhancement program that we support through the MAC. And I'd like to share that enthusiasm next month. So we'll put that on the agenda. I might even ask Jason from the MAC to come and present along with me. So I think we'd be very, very proud of some of those grants that have affected us, but also our larger community. If you haven't read this particular MTA highlight, I encourage you to read it. And there's a legislative article in there. I encourage you to read that article. Things are happening in Lansing that affect us, and they have passed some budget things that will put some financial strain on our educational system. They eliminated the single education tax, SET, and so they eliminated some of these taxes. But the concern I have is that they're trying to backfill it with a undesignated term called luxury service taxes. And I hear luxury service taxes, it sounds like boats, sounds like golf, sounds like haircuts, sounds like coffee shops, I'm a little concerned that and they said in the article, but also our update in the summer, or when Matt and I went to, this was the kind of the pot that's undefined. They're trying to tax to fill the cuts they've made. They're trying to find a way to fill them another way. And so I'm very concerned. I mean, if you think about, we are a tourist focused community with people who like boats, who like luxury items. And I hear that and I go like, oh, we got to have our ears to what's going on there. So you won't be encouraged when you read the legislative updates in your magazine. What's going on in Lansing is not local, unfortunately. So I'm going to ask, in our contract with our manager, we had put in a provision for a mid-year update. So I'm going to ask the evaluation committee, which was Brian and Jim and myself, to convene and meet with Matt to make sure everything's going well and do kind of a mid-year check-in like we had promised him. So I just want to make my colleagues aware that we're going to do that. And I put on a note, we're hoping to find a Monday that works for all of us. So with that, that's the end.
Mr. Supervisor?
Yeah, please.
I know we're trying to get out early, so we're coming in, but we skipped over the second public comment.
We did, absolutely. Second public hearing. Thank you, Lauren. I'll open up the second public hearing if you want to speak again. Okay, seeing none, I'll close the second. Thank you, Lauren. Yep. Thank you, Lauren. Appreciate it. Okay, with that, we'll see you everyone in July, if not earlier. I'll make a motion to adjourn. So moved. All right, thank you. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, great. I did, okay. Yeah. So. I just made there because Monday. Oh, okay. Well, you give us